If you are looking at moving to Oshawa, then this video will give you a little glimpse of what the roads and the traffic and what the city is actually all about. It's going to be done in terms of like a driving tour. I'll just explain where I am, what I'm seeing, what the areas are known for, what kind of streets I'm on, just to help make your decision to move here a little bit better. Plus also it'll give you an opportunity to get a little bit more familiar with Oshawa. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. If you have never watched any of my videos before, these videos and this channel is just to help people that are looking to move to the Durham region. My name is Brad Gates and I am a local realtor here in Oshawa and the Durham region, Greater Toronto area. If you are moving here and you need that help, or you want that help, you want your move to go easy, all you have to do is call, text, email. You can send a carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest for you, and I'm here to make your move and relocation go so much easier. So we're just kind of driving through Beaton, because I've just kind of filming a neighborhood tour of Beaton, which will be released in the coming week or so. So I'm on the south section of Oshawa, and I'm just kind of driving towards Farewell Street, and I'm gonna head north, and then I'm gonna pass over the 401. This here is it's an industrial area. There's not any homes in Beaton at all, and it's just you know, you have water, which is on the far south, which is Lake Ontario, and then you kind of have the 401. You have the CN rail system that's using for the train and stuff like that. So again, it's just mainly industrial, but it's something that you would come if you were looking at the waterfront trail, or you're working in the GM office facility that they have here, or the trucking yard. That is a train system that we're driving under that bridge there. And then we have those lights ahead, which is Bloor Street. Bloor Street is kind of, it's a east-west street that runs south of the 401. Again, it's industrial, and then as you go closer to Simcoe, you do notice that there are apartment buildings, and to my left now there's actually apartment buildings as well. This is the Harmony ramp, which is the Harmony exit ramp. So if you ever heading east on the 401, getting off at Harmony, this is where you would actually get off. And typically you'll see a lot of panhandlers and stuff. They sit there with their signs saying that they need help and homeless or no job. So you'll see them on the off ramps in Oshawa, pretty much all of them. So I'm shocked that there's nobody there today. But again, it's just 401. It's not even 2 o'clock yet. So the traffic, you're seeing it moving along. It's no traffic at all, which is nice to see. Just gonna head west on Bloor Street now. So you'll see that there are some homes on my left, homes on the right. You do see that there's a lot of triplexes, low-rise apartment buildings, semi-detached, that you do start to see. Wilson Road here, if you turn right, you'll be heading north. Turn left, you'll be heading south, and it just takes you to industrial area on the south. And then if you go north, it will be to the residential areas. Pretty much as soon as you pass over the 401, it starts to become the high density, well, not even high density, because that would be like apartment buildings and stuff, but it would be like homes, townhomes, a lot of duplexes. One thing with Oshawa is it's been on the top of the list for a lot of investors. So you're starting to see, not even starting, you've seen it for a while now, where it's a lot of bungalows that have been converted into duplexes. And so what a duplex is, can't even really call it duplex because the zoning wouldn't permit it, but it would be like a legal 2-unit home. So buying bungalows, the basements typically are over that 6.5 feet to 7 feet clearance, and they're just easy to duplex. So I'm just passing over Ritson now. So Ritson South, you take that, it will loop through, take you to Simcoe, and then you'll take that to Lakeview Park. I will take us to Lakeview Park now. Well, eventually. But then on Ritson, if you go north, then you will get to the residential areas. So No Frills on the left, Tim Hortons. I've been to that Tim Hortons many a times, especially when traffic on the 401 would be bad. This area here is it's not bad, like for people that are looking to move here, specifically Lakeview. A lot of people had a very bad reputation of Lakeview, and it's not quite the case anymore. Like, sure, there are a couple of pockets that aren't the greatest, and it's mainly just due to the affordable apartment buildings, and they just didn't attract the best type of tenants, and then it was a concentrated type area. But again, it's for the most part Lakeview. There are no problems, no real problems anyways. Central Oshawa, you have to be a little bit more careful with. A lot of South Oshawa's bad reputation, to me, is filtered through the certain areas of Central Oshawa. Hitting at every light. Turn the blinker off so that it's not going to kind of beep throughout the whole video. So this right here to our right, as you pass the light, I'll just kind of turn it there. You can see that car getting off the highway there. That is the Simcoe exit ramp. And so that is probably my least favorite exit, just mainly because of the traffic. And you have to make that left-hand turn if you want to get onto Simcoe. So it's just not a very good exit to be taking. So I would typically have taken Stevenson, which is further ahead of us, or I would have gotten off at pretty much Harmony. So I try to avoid this one. Ritson one is not bad at all. So you take the Ritson one, there's a light there, so it makes it easier. But the Simcoe one, yeah, not my favorite exit ramp within Oshawa. Okay. Right behind there was a car wash that I've gone a few times. Did a pretty good job. So we're just heading south on Simcoe Street right now. So this is Lakeview, which is considered South Oshawa. A lot of people avoided it. This was an area that when I first started doing my videos, I did the top 5 areas within Oshawa, and Lakeview was actually one of them. And people who purchased 3 years ago or so, they did relatively well, because when things got crazy, the Lakeview area was not too far behind the other areas within Oshawa. And mainly I think it's because of education, and some of the people who were purchasing out here, or realtors that were coming here, weren't familiar with the pockets within Oshawa. So they were paying Eastdale or Donovan prices in Lakeview because they didn't really know that the Lakeview homes were selling for lower prices, which if you were living in Lakeview, it worked out well for you because your house prices just went up quite a bit. And so it was just one of those things that it benefited a lot of people. To my right, you'll see that's right at the other side of these lights here. Townhomes that are rental townhomes, so they have rental office there, and you can see Lake Ontario in the distance there, that dark blue behind the trees. So that's kind of where we're heading, just to give you an idea of what Lakeview actually is, because a lot of people that had been moving here, it was an area that they just didn't really want to move to, but they didn't realize that it was pretty decent. And yeah, it wasn't an area that I would say avoid. It was an area that you had the potential to make money on because it was so much more affordable. There are a lot of rentals in this area because of the style of homes. So you have 2 main styles here. You have the 1950 style bungalow, or you have the 1970s style semi-detached. And those bungalows are what investors were purchasing and converting they were converting to legal 2-unit properties. And mainly because it was just, they were easy to do. And with the province of Ontario putting a lot of pressure on municipalities to have affordable housing, they were allowing a lot of these properties that otherwise did not meet certain requirements, but they've been grandfathered over. And mainly it was the zoning. All of these were single family zoning that, because of the affordable housing, they were able to grandfather that over so that properties were able to duplex a lot easier. And then we'll go a little bit to my left there. They're actually, I just passed it, but they are, they're putting some kind of waterfront park there as well. Up here to my right, there is Lakeview Park. So it's a park I really enjoy coming to. It's quiet, it's nice, tons of green space, especially in the summer when all the leaves are around. Those trees that you're seeing are very nice. And waterfront trail is here, so you can see that. And it's just a good path for biking or jogging or walking. I've been here with my family quite a bit. Lakeview Park, the playground, they just kind of redid that. And we went during the summer, and I was filming a video, and my wife, who was pregnant at the time, she was having a fun time because she was holding our dog Riley, and then our two kids, not holding them, but they were playing, but it was just so busy that she was having a hard time keeping an eye on them. So we are kind of at Lakeview Park. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop the video, and then once we catch the to the 401 again, I'll restart it. That way you're not seeing the same stuff over and over again. Okay, we are back. We are at Simcoe, passing Bloor. We're going north now. Just a reminder for those who have not subscribed to the channel, please do. That way you're up to date every time I do post new videos and you won't miss anything. I experiment with all different types of videos. I'm just passing over the 401 now. And if you are moving here, feel free to reach out. All you gotta do is call, text, email, send the carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest. Also, if you're enjoying the video, like it as well. Just passing to my right, you'll would have seen it a couple of seconds ago. It is a flea market, and it used to be a Zellers, and then it turned into Target. It was a Target for a little while, and then it was just vacant, turned into a flea market. So we're on Simcoe heading north right now. So this is considered central Oshawa. So a little bit further north is towards the areas that I'm not the hugest fan of, and it's mainly just because of the concentration of what is here. And there are halfway houses, there are methadone clinics, there are a very affordable housing that the city of Oshawa has created, and they're like little like studio type apartments that are there, and the intention is good. It's very good intention, which is to get people off the street, but it's just the homelessness that is within Oshawa has increased a lot, and it's mainly because of the city of Oshawa in terms of just what they have and they're offering for people. And so it's just the homeless population has increased quite a bit. So it's just, yeah, one of those things that hopefully it stabilizes a little bit to the point where it doesn't just get out of control. So we're approaching the downtown. You can kind of see it in the distance there. And again, I just want to show people the streets, and so that you become a little bit more familiar with Oshawa. If you're enjoying the video, be sure to like it. And this building on the left, sorry, like I'm saying all my stories after we've passed it, but it's a YWCA. We were there when my eldest daughter and my middle son were babies. We went there for all of the activities that the city put on, and it was all free. You just had to kind of register. So this is kind of the area. This park to my left has a lot of people that just kind of hang out there. Soup kitchens are are around, thrift stores. So yeah, we're in the downtown. If you're looking, sorry, not if you're looking, but in these types of areas, it's not uncommon to see people that have overdosed on something and are just laying on the sidewalk. I've seen it a few times where the ambulance drivers or police are pulling people away on stretchers that need to go to the hospital to get further help. Yeah, this is the downtown. If you want to see more in the downtown, I did a walking tour about a year ago or so. You'll see that between the two cars there, you'll see some police that are walking across the street. Not sure what that's about, but they are there. So we're just at the downtown core. I do like the downtown. Like, I don't like how it has like a lot of homelessness, but in terms of the safety, the downtown, like where we are right now, I don't see problems with it and I don't feel unsafe. Closer to where that park is, and I did a market update video, and I did it in that park, and you could tell I was edgy a little bit because I wasn't too comfortable in that specific area. But yeah, again, we're just downtown. Yeah, police just canvassing the area. If you look between some of these buildings, if you're ever downtown, you could see people hanging out. Those are the types of areas that I avoid. Yeah, we're just downtown. This up here, there's a Yuck Yucks. So it's kind of, I've never been there, but there's a Holiday Inn hotel above there as well. And then you have the Tank Museum to my right. I'm passing over that right now. Maybe I'll turn it a little bit so you can see the buildings. So yeah, we're just kind of leaving the downtown. I didn't go east-west on King or Bond, but that should give you an idea just based on Simcoe. I will take Roslyn, because I'm just going to show you an area that you just want to be careful of when you are driving, because you do notice that there's a lot of speed traps there, and they do that because a lot of people speed there. So just when you're here, you just want to be careful of the streets between the radar detectors. Sorry, not radar detectors. The speed traps that are set up. Plus now they have a lot of cameras set up where they just kind of mail you a ticket. Up here to the left, and I don't think you'll be able to see it. There we go. That's Parkwood Estate. So it's a really neat mansion. Tons of movies. There's been X-Men that have been filmed there, and then Happy Gilmore was one of the Adam Sandler movies. I forget which one. I think it's Billy Madison was filmed there. That actually happened. That was well. To my right, that's our doctors. To the left here, that's Lake Ridge Health, the hospital. All three of my kids have been born there. My experience there has been very good. All three times have been very good. So no complaints there. My grandfather went there with his cancer treatments that he was going through. And again, he was happy. He went from Ajax. He wasn't happy that he was going through it, but he was happy to the fact of the treatment that he was getting. It was helping. And he didn't have to go super far. Yeah, so we're just heading north on Simcoe here. So this is part of O'Neill, and you'll notice that a lot of the homes on Simcoe here are those like fairly large homes. And then kind of to my right, behind all of these homes, there's a street called Mason, and they just have a lot of large homes there as well. So back when GM was in full force, and it was all of the executives that pretty much lived in these homes, and it was just, that's kind of how it was. The Simcoe corridor of O'Neill was all of the GM executives, and that's why the Robert Mclaughlin built his estate mansion right there at Adelaide and Simcoe, because it was just that area within Oshawa that the wealthier people were living. And the architecture of these homes, I do like it. It's they're really unique. There are some that are just they've been converted to triplexes, but the architecture of the homes itself have been pretty good. Hopefully this video isn't too boring for people. It's getting you a little bit familiar with the streets. Now, I'm thinking I'll take you down Roslyn, and then I'll show you the areas that you want to be careful with, and then I will, maybe I'll save the north end for another day. That way this isn't a hour-long video, because I'm pretty sure people will not like that. So we're on Roslyn now, heading west. So we're heading towards Whitby, and there's a hill up here that you constantly see police with the speed guns out, just because it's going down a hill, and it's easy if you're not paying attention to speed. So if you're coming here, this is an area that you want to be careful of, because it is easy to speed here. So you just want to be cautious of that, just for the overall safety of the cars driving here. And that street that we just passed, that's where you would see them. But yeah, my favorite house is this one right here. Of course you couldn't see it, but that's the golf course to there. That when I lived at Park in Roslyn, which is just right up here, I would take my dog in the winter, and he would go off leash there, and it would be about a 45-minute walk. It was more of a run, and he used to enjoy that. I remember because the pond that's at the golf course froze over, so kids were playing hockey, and my dog, who was only maybe 2 at the time, he saw that, he ran, he went onto the ice, and I guess some kids took off their jackets and gloves, so he ran, he was running around with the kid's jacket, and I was so scared he was going to rip it, because I didn't feel like having to replace a jacket. But yeah, so that's pretty much the driving tour. I showed you a little bit of Lakeview, a little bit of the downtown, and then now just kind of Roslyn, heading towards Whitby, just to give you a better idea of what Oshawa is kind of all about. If you've enjoyed this video, like the video, lets me know people are enjoying it, plus helps YouTube know people are enjoying it, and we'll pop it in front of other people. If you have questions, you can feel free to reach out, or you can just drop comments in the comment section of this video. I do read them, I do respond to them. Eventually, sometimes the comments build up, but I do always try to respond to them. I have families and people just like you that are looking to move to the Durham region, and I absolutely love it. So if you are looking for that help and you want your move to be easier, or you're looking for somebody who knows the areas and knows the good areas, the bad areas, what it's like to eat, sleep, play, everything right here in the Durham region, all you have to do is reach out. You can call, text, email, you can send a carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest for you. And I'm here to make the move and relocation go so much easier. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have time, I have more videos on my channel. You can feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching. Until next time.